Let me see where it is. Okay, here it is. I think I just skipped it. So this is very important, guys. I mean, when I interview someone, when I ask them, tell me about transition requirement, this, I would say 50% of the people they're not able to say anything because they don't know about it. But this is here just for you. A lot of class, a lot of instructor will end it at number 3, but there is number 4 as well, which is transition requirement. I'll read it and then I'll give you an example for it so that you can relate to it. Transition requirement describe capability that solution must have in order to facilitate transition from the current state to enterprise state to desired future state, but that will not be needed once the transition is complete. I'm trying to do transition from step A to step B. Whatever I need in the middle from step A to step B, that is the transition requirement. Once the transition is complete, I don't need that part. So there are these are different type of requirement basically, because they are always temporary in nature, because they cannot be developed until both existing and new systems are defined. Let me give you a very example of the system. Rama, I think you are unmute. You are not on mute. Do you have any question? Okay, I think that was a mistake. Okay, suppose I'm trying to build up a new system, and I also have another old system, right? That new system is, let's take an example. Okay, let's say AT&T and T-Mobile, they have merged, right? And now I'm trying to make one system from those two systems, so that all the customer information, all the data plans, every single thing is in the new system, right? In order to build a new system, my transition requirement is AT&T system should be running, T-Mobile system should be running, plus the new system should be running. Because if something goes wrong in the new system, my user should be able to go back and see what's happening in the old system and can answer, so that my business is not getting impacted, right? And if I have to give training to my old user, I can take that old system as an example and give them and try to relate to it, that okay, that's how we used to process claim in old system, and that's how we're going to do it in the new system. So transition requirement is make sure both systems are up and running. That is a transition requirement. But once that transition is complete, once I have decided that, you know what, now AT&T system and T-Mobile system is no longer needed, my new system is up and running, just discard the old system or keep them as a, just use them as a system, but don't do any maintenance work on it. So that means my transition is complete, that the temporary nature of the system is done. Now I'm okay with the new system. That means I don't need transition requirement. So transition requirement is done. So these are if somebody will ask you what are transition requirement, the capability that